Good morning again, everyone. This is Wayne from Wayne's Mystery World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to check if your car's alternator is faulty. Now, the symptoms of a bad alternator may be a battery light or a battery symbol that comes up in your dashboard while you're driving. Your engine takes a long time to turn over. Your headlights seem weak while you're driving, or a noise coming from the alternator itself. But those can also be those headlights weak and a battery symbol coming up in your dashboard can also be signs of a bad battery. But this video purpose is for how to test to see if your alternator is bad. So here goes. Alright, now this is my car's alternator right here. As you can see, it's right here. It's right here, and it's driven by this belt, which is connected to the engine. So here goes nothing. The first thing I'm gonna do is test my battery. Now, I haven't started this car from morning, so a good battery voltage should be between 12.4 and 12.7 volts. If your battery is lower than that or reading a bit higher than that, then it might have a faulty battery. So what I'm gonna do right here, make sure your battery terminals are clean. I'm gonna use this multimeter right here. I'm gonna set the voltage to, you're gonna set it at 20 volts. Turn it on. The black lead is the ground, or negative, or some people call it. The red lead is positive, or live. So connect black lead to ground, your red lead to positive. So as you can see, this is 12.78 volts. So what the alternator basically does is it charges the battery while the vehicle is in motion or while the engine is on. So one way to test to see if your alternator is working is that if the car is on, if the engine is running, this voltage is supposed to increase. It is supposed to increase between, it should read between, okay, while the car is on, the voltage should be between 14.1 volt and 14.7, 14.8. If the voltage is not above 14.1 and it is above 15, then your alternator, one, is overcharging your battery, and two, it is not charging your battery enough. So I'm gonna turn on this car, get the engine running, and see where the voltage lies. If the voltage lies between 14.1 and 14.8, then that means my alternator is charging the battery. So I'm gonna start the car right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start the car. And as you can see, the voltage has risen to 14.55, which, as I said, if it is between 14.1 and 14.8, that means that your alternator is giving the battery enough charge. It is working. It is actually charging the battery. Now what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put a load on the car, which means I'm gonna turn on my headlights, turn on my hazard lights, turn on the AC, and see how much the extra load on the battery and the alternator, how low the voltage will go. If it doesn't drop, if it doesn't fall much, and that means the alternator is strong enough to power both headlights, hazard lights, AC without draining the battery or without having a strain on the battery. So battery voltage 14.53, 14.54. I'm gonna turn on my accessories, AC, headlights, hazard lights, and see how much drop, if there's any, on this voltage. Okay, so I'm inside the car now, so I'm going to turn on the AC. Turn on the AC. Turn on my headlights. I'm going to put it on bright, so push this forward, that's on bright. And I'm going to put on my four-way flashers and see how far the voltage goes down. Okay, so as you can see, before I turned on all the accessories, it was 14.5, 14.53, 14.54. The voltage hasn't dropped much, any at all. So it's now 14.4. It fluctuates. As you can see, headlights on, hazard lights on, my AC fan is on, and the radiator fan is on. So that just goes to show that my alternator is working. It has enough charge, it has enough power to power my accessories. It's charging the battery fine. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn off the AC, turn off the headlights, turn off my hazard lights, and the voltage should go slowly back to the original 12.7. So I'm gonna turn off all my accessories right now. Okay, so this is the voltage after I've turned off all my accessories. I haven't turned off the engine as yet, so it's reading 14.39, 14.4 basically. Still connected to the battery. Now when I turn off the engine, it will also stop the alternator, and you're going to see that the voltage will slowly decrease because the alternator is not running and it's not charging the battery. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so turning off the engine. So as you can see, I turn off the engine and the voltage has dropped to 13.46. So as you can see, when I turn off the car, the voltage dropped from 14.4 to 13.3. So that means the battery is no longer being charged because the alternator is not running. And the battery voltage will now slowly, gradually decrease back to its original 12.75, 12.78. So this just goes to show that my alternator is working. So until the next time, okay, in the video description below I will post a link to our website that has do-it-yourself home car repair projects. So you can click the link in the video description below where you can see do it yourself home projects that you can do yourself at home. So until the next time, this is Wayne from Wayne's Mystery World, and peace out. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, like and share. Peace.